they make you a temperature rise. If you leave me alone, I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, loving the thought of me. I am so obsessed. I want to never need it. Make us see you love. Yeah, my love. Make a bad man. $1,000 I could spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now in my con, they carry for my head every night. And you, I want it. No, no, no. Don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, no, yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they make I see you, and you where they got my fancy. When they do me, I give party. Oh, no, 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 no.
Or should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it spend my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Hey, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need to make a look pity. You won't make a sing to me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body but can make it for Ghana. Here, dance for me, baby, pan. Come and kill it, show.
Now, it's time to meet the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Heat. At power forward, Caleb Martin. At point guard, Kyle Lowry. At the other guard position, Tyler Hero. At center, Bam Adebayo. At the other forward position, Jimmy Butler. The head coach of the visiting team is Eric Spoelstra.
Standing 6'8", number 21, Thaddeus Young. At guard, 6'5", number 33, Gary Trent Jr. At forward, 6'7", number 3, O.G. Anunoby. At 6'8" forward, number 4, Scotiabank. At guard, 6'1", number 23, Brett.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyler Hero was the 2022 Sixth Man of the Year. He says he patterns his game after another 6'5" guard out of Kentucky who was taken with the 13th pick. Hero said, "All I watch is Devin Booker, just picking things out of his game and trying to work on it. I think I'm capable of doing what he does if I continue to improve." Big goals, Kevin. Big goals.
Big goals are good, though, especially for a kid like Hero who can go as high and as far as he wants to. Good stuff. Good model. David, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Heat. At the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Jimmy Butler is out there with Martin, and it's Anunoby in at center. And for the Raptors, Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. And it's Young in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Nimble drive by Gary Trent Jr., working his way to the look he wants.
Knocked loose. Van Vliet looking around. Puts it up from 12. That's good on the jump shot.
Backed by great length. I call Young a reliable interior scoring option.
Well, was the Raptors winning their last game against the Heat. Bounce pass, Butler. Trent against Hero. Here's Anunoby. That's tipped. Here's Anunoby. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Barnes with it. Picked up by Hero. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Anunoby. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
You can't teach court awareness. Barnes understands when his guys are uncovered.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. He kicks it to Butler. In the corner, it's Martin. Good on the three-point shot.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Connects from three-point range. Anunoby's got 6 points.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Outside Lowry. Anunoby with a screen for Lowry. Down low. And Anunoby throws it down.
Not the biggest of players out there, Kyle Lowry, but he has no problem seeing through the defense on that pick and roll.
Lowry against Van Vliet. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And winning has become more consistent in Miami than ever. Jimmy Butler was acquired, made it all the way to the finals in his first year, and have steadily won games each season.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Hero from long range. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And with the Heat, GA, they've been a consistent force in the Eastern Conference.
Kevin, lots of talent up and down that roster, from stars like Butler and all the way down to the role players. This is just a solid team.
And it's the Heat with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Aggressive is one thing. Careless is another. You want to stay balanced and poised.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That's his first personal foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
First free throw is good.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Good on both. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
And here is Anunoby following Kyle Lowry's three. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. A three ball. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. To the middle. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby throws it down.
Assisted by
Ferocious finish. Bam's natural strength is next level.
From about 16, Barnes can't get it to go.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Pass to Lowry. And here's Anunoby. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hero. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Young. And it's Miami with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
It's time for your North Side Crew!
A moment here now to see the numbers for Gary Trent. So Van Fleet will bring it up for the Raptors. Leading by 5. No good, unable to end this run.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And Smitty, Fred Van Vliet has really come into his own as a starter.
He has, Kevin. He has proven he can run an offense. He's also a dynamic and confident scorer and someone you can depend on to sink big-time shots.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. Raptors leading by 6. Now, here's Anunoby. He's got 8. This one for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Tipped away. Well, their pass to Hero. Anunoby with the screen on Trent. And slam dunk by Butler.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
Here's Young. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat trail by 7. Now Lowry. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. The 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Getting high in the air. Gary Trent Jr. teaching the rim a lesson.
For Miami, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Well, their pass to Anunoby. Good D by Barnes. Raptors leading by 9. Here's Anunoby, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Trent with it. Butler covering. Here's Young, and it's Young finishing it off.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And, of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian-American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Anunoby. Robinson comes in for Jimmy Butler. Max Strus is checked in for Tyler Hero. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Vincent. His last outing, 16 points for him. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And he drives in. Here's Strus. Hands it from downtown.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's got 13.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
The Heat trail by 14. Here's Vincent. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Strus passes to Dedmon. Martin wide open. He fires. And the Heat, another three.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Shot from the wing. And the Raptors tack on two more.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. They get it back.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 11-point game. Banton's shot is off.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now, here's Strus. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 17 points for OG Anunoby.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Vincent. No points in the game yet for him. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Van Vliet finds Porter. Here's Banton. Three-pointer. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
The Heat trail by 13. Vincent the pass to Martin. Outside Robinson. The pass to Vincent. Now Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Raptors call time here. And a deep roster for the Raptors. But Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred Van Vliet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
Switch here. Boucher is checked in. And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. 5th, the Raptors.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Vincent, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there it is for him.
In terms of set plays, this is where Dedmon shines, rolling hard off the screen.
Boucher's shot is off. The Heat trail by 11. Here's Vincent. To Dedmon. Now, here's Strus. In the corner, it's Robinson. 5 on the clock. Outside for Martin. From the arc. The 3. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Martin. Robinson's got it back down to single digits for Miami. Here's the Raptors with the ball. It's up a 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Boucher's gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. Passes to Strus. Takes a 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Got that one up quick. Van Vliet's got 10 points.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Who's in the corner? Robinson for 3. Good on the triple. He has 6.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Raptors leading by 7. Here's Banton. Again, Toronto.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Martin against Boucher. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Pass to Vincent. Pocket 4. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instinct.
It's Porter outside. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
They've got Gary Trent. Barnes out there with Kem Birch. And it's Banton in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
What a pass from Barnes right there. A swingman who knows how to move the rock.
Right side, Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside Lowry. Butler on the wing. Good ball movement here by Miami. Now here's Lowry. D right on him. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And again, it's Toronto converting.
Barnes stopping and popping.
The Heat trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's tipped, and they're able to recover. Here's Anunoby. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Toronto will come the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
From 8, the shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. 10 straight points from mid-range.
The Heat trail by 13.
Well, we know how Tyler Hero is a bucket, but still lots of room for growth. Last season, the 6th Man of the Year winner, he really did struggle, though, in the postseason. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Manton, the pass to Hernan Gomez. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
And, Greg, you look at the playoff shooting percentages for Hero, tailing off from his regular season number.
And, Kevin, that's not uncommon for a younger player, but the playoffs are what matters. And to be a star, that's when you've got to deliver.
Here's Benton and the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Goes it up for Anunoby and stolen by Barnes. Driving inside. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
The Heat trail by 15. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Anunoby with this screen on Barnes. Butler kicks to Lowry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Lowry's got 8 points.
This is what you get with Lowry, a confident shooter in these situations.
Over to the wing. It's stolen by Anunoby. Now the pass to Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, Jimmy Butler is definitely a defensive difference maker.
He is, Kevin. Back in the 2021 season, Butler led the league in steals. He is so committed to forcing you to make mistakes with the ball.
The first one falls.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is worth it.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for the Raptors. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
Here's Butler, following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Lowry. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Anunoby finds Lowry. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Raptors leading by 12. Here's Hernan Gomez. It's Anunoby with the rebound. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Barnes. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's putting up 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense. All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Outside Lowry. Puts it up from 12. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 8 here in the quarter.
Kyle looks confident in everything he does, and that confidence rubs off on the team.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Toronto, Delano Danton. At the line for 1.
Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
Now here's Butler, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Here's Butler. Hero finds Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
At 6'7", Jimmy Butler is no slouch down there on the block.
Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, the Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
Free throw, good Butler. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs. And that's the sentiment I think most can get behind.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Heat, trailing by 10. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards, and that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. And Anunoby throws it down.
Bam is cooking right now. Once he flips this switch, he's tough to slow down.
Toronto calls timeout.
Here they come, man. Your North Star Crew.
Van Vliet is checked in for the Raptors. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in for Max Strus. Raptors leading by 8. Here's Van Vliet, and he converts the layup. Van Vliet's got 12 points in the game.
What agility from Fred Van Vliet in the paint, zipping around the defense.
Robinson on the wing. Adebayo with a screen for Robinson. The three-pointer off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Hits it from three-point range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Van Vliet passes to Trent. Let's go. And another basket for Toronto.
Love seeing this from Anunoby, getting into a rhythm and staying after it.
Lowry dishes to Butler. Robinson kicks to Butler. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Young's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The baseline J. And another basket for Toronto.
The mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. And he knocks down the first one.
And Smitty, no doubt the veteran Kyle Lowry certainly possesses a lot of that wisdom at this stage of his career.
Greg, he's one of those guys that his teammates respect. A proven champion that plays with toughness and intelligence, and a big part of this team.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Caleb Martin comes in for Butler. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Hero. And so Lowry nails both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Young. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Relentless energy from OG. Defense can't counter his explosiveness on the boards.
Here's Vincent. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dedmon inside. Defended by Young. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, the Heat. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And, you know, for the Heat, what a lackluster start to the season it's been for them. Where are the championship contenders that we've grown accustomed to seeing?
I don't know, but they haven't shown up yet. They haven't played with anywhere near the kind of fire they showed last season.
And that one's good. Barnes.
OG Anunoby with the assist.
The Heat trail by 14. Lowry with the ball. 13 points in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
This is the impact Van Vliet can have. Skilled at stealing it and taking it all the way.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint.
Lowry can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Now here is Lowry, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
That wing athleticism and toughness. The future for Anunoby is very bright.
So it's Miami now. And here's Lowry. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. And Young slams it home.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate, was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
The Heat trail by 20. Lowry passes to Dedmon. Outside Robinson. Dedmon a screen. Robinson finds Dedmon. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Dedmon's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now, here's Anunoby. 28 points for him. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. And Miami shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Dedmon. A three-pointer, no good. Raptors leading by 18. Here's Anunoby. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Vincent's shot is good.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
Here's Porter. From 13 feet, it goes down. And the Raptors lead by 17.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Got a piece of it. One-on-one fast break. Van Vliet wide open. It's good from long range. Van Vliet's got 17.
There it is. His first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter. His third of the game.
Vincent, the pass to Dedmon. Kicks it to Lowry. Good ball movement here by Miami. Vincent misses. Raptors leading by 20. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Chris Boucher is checked in for Anunoby. And Miami also making a switch. Strus is checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Poke loose. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Here's Vincent. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Martin with the bucket.
For 3.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Martin against Boucher. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors. Delano Banton.
11 seconds left to play in the first half. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Now, here's Strus. No good on the last second attempt there. A big-time effort for OG Anunoby, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what has to happen to pull out the win?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Miami Heat.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
Okay, now let's take a look at the power rankings in the Eastern Conference early on.
When I look at Miami, even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time left. With all this talent, I can see them turning it around real fast. How fast? That fast.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. 19-point game on the floor for Miami. The wing set for him, Hero and Butler. Anunoby is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Lowry in at the one spot. The Raptors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 17. And last season, Bam Adebayo said it was disrespectful that he wasn't named a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, no arguing here. He's definitely an elite defender. Second team all defense 3 years running. Great toughness and versatility.
Carries the long-range jumper.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Now Butler. He's guarded by Anunoby. It's Butler that time on the assist by Anunoby. And that's 12 points for Jimmy Butler.
Often delivering as much punishment as he takes Jimmy Butler with a nice finish through contact.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Martin. Gary Trent Jr. making his last shot.
OG Anunoby. That's his first personal foul.
Miami shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Martin. And both free throws good for Martin. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Barnes. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Now here's Butler. He's got 12. Martin from outside, and Barnes sends it back.
How about the commitment on defense from Scotty Barnes? Skilled at swatting them away.
Adebayo kicks to Martin. Hits the three-point bomb. Martin's got 14 points for the game.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
Here's Trent. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
The Heat trail by 19. Lowry passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's Trent driving the lane. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, if you guys know how to score like Gary Trent Jr., he can fill it up in any situation, firing off quality shots from inside or outside the arc.
First free throw is good.
And Gary Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
Jay, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
Trent hits them both.
Solid from the line. Trent Jr. an all-around scorer.
Right side hero. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Anunoby's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. Trailing by 19. To get open is Adebayo. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Adebayo's got 16.
A tireless worker. You don't have to call plays for Adebayo for him to score.
And here's Barnes for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
The Heat trail by 18. Right side Lowry. Puts it up for Anunoby. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Anunoby catches and finishes with ease.
And here's Trent outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Hero kicks to Martin. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And he drops it in from the low post. 14 points for him.
A good interior scorer. Jimmy Butler using his strength and explosiveness to full effect.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Now Lowry. He's got 13. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Good work defensively by Lowry. The Heat trail by 17. Hero passes to Lowry. Knocked away. Here's Trent. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Raptors.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Toronto calls timeout.
It's time for defense.
Changes for Toronto. Kem Birch comes in for Young, and it's Juan Hernangomez in for OG Anunoby. Raptors leading by 17. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
It's Martin on the wing. No good with the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulmer. David?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Catching up on the changes with Miami. Max Strus comes in for Caleb Martin. And Vincent subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Vincent. Here's Hero. From the right block, the shot is good. Hero's got 7 points.
Beautiful form on that jump shot. When Tyler Hero puts it up, it just looks like it's going in.
Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hero. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Trent outside. Here's Barnes. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
And so Miami again turning it over. The Heat making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound by the Heat. Strus finds Butler. Driving in. And no good. Good D by Barnes. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the Raptors miss again. Miami has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Passes it to Vincent. Dedmon a screen. Vincent misses. Toronto leading by 23. Toronto working the ball around now. And the dunk by Barnes.
He has all the tools. Scotty getting things done.
Gary Trent Jr. with the help on.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot is good. Butler's got 16.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
It's good from Barnes on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist in the game. Heat shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Vincent, covered by Van Vliet. Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. And they pick up 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Vincent. The Raptors getting the bucket. Knocks it loose. Another shot. Dedmon's shot is off. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
This is what makes Gary Trent Jr. such an important player. His ability to get hot in a hurry.
And so here is Miami after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And it's Strus missing. The Raptors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Trent can't hit. And for the Heat, they're shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point. Strus's shot is good. Strus has got 12 in the game.
A solid all-around player, Jimmy Butler understands the importance of sharing the ball with open guys.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Van Vliet. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
That mid-range jumper is something Van Vliet's developed. It is money.
Here's Vincent, covered by Van Vliet. Stolen by Van Vliet. Plays it in off the breakaway. Van Vliet's got 4 points this quarter.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Outside Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 18 points for Butler.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
That free throw good from Butler.
You know, with a strong presence, great toughness, Jimmy Butler has a major effect on the culture of your team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Porter kicks to Boucher. Over Butler. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Heat shooting really well. 54% from the floor. Out to the right wing. Here's Strus. Knocks down the 3-ball. Strus has got 15 points.
Excellent pass from Dedmon. This is what you're asking your guys to do. Be aggressive, trust one another, and make plays for each other.
The Heat shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Pass to Strus. It's blocked. Defended by Butler. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. 55 seconds left in the third. Back to Strus. And Boucher sends it back. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Puts it up off the inbound. The Raptors shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. And some very quick points for him on that possession. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Vincent, covered by Van Vliet. For 3. Vincent misses.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Fires from the wing. Van Vliet with the bucket. 25 points for Fred Van Vliet.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Butler up top. Boucher defending. The pass to Vincent. Shoots the three. That shot missing.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
And so it's Toronto having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Banton in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Butler after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Haslam. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
He's a dynamic scorer, but Jimmy Butler showing the ability to make plays for others.
A nice shot by Flynn.
And I really feel like he just wanted us to see that leaner there. That's a shot he's very comfortable with.
Inside, here's Butler. Toronto grabs the miss. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Gomez, no good. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Jovic. And it's denied. Now, here is Gomez. He's covered closely. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Highsmith cranes the three-pointer. Highsmith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And the Raptors miss again.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Now, here's Butler. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Jimmy knows he's the leader of his team. And shots like this demonstrate his confident mindset.
Flynn misses. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Highsmith. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And Toronto making a change here. Birch is checked in. And then for Miami, Tyler Hero. He's checked in for Butler. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Vincent. Lowry passes to Jovic. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Assisted by.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Up top, Gomez. Here's Boucher. Pass to Banton. Shoots over Hero. Here's Birch. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's 2 things they rely on him for. Being competitive and bringing energy.
Here's Lowry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Driving to the basket. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's tightly guarded. The Heat have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Highsmith, and it's blocked. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hernan Gomez, no good.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
To the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Benton. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat go the other way with it. Hero with it. You know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Aggressive move by Chris Boucher going right at the defender. And when you talk about Chris Boucher, an impressive forward who brings a lot to the table.
Chris Boucher, shooting 1.
And Boucher is one of those guys, Smitty, you love having in your rotation.
Kevin, he can score, rebound, and defend very well, and has shown a willingness to want to get better, which is something you love to see.
Now, here's Anunoby. And it goes down 2 points. 18 points for Martin.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
There's the 3. Drills it from outside.
And we've seen Boucher be more willing to take threes. You understand why. Splash.
Martin. There's the pass to Strus. Beyond the arc. And it's Martin missing. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Van Vliet. It's Anunoby with the rebound. Anunoby's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Left side Lowry. Three-pointer. Carries it from three-point range. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, 4th of the game.
Here's Trent. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
The second Gary Trent Jr. has some space. He's pulling up. Now that's a shooter.
Hero against Trent. Trent with the double team. Here's Strus. And the foul on Kimber. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for the Raptors. Barnes comes in for Chris Boucher. Toronto calls timeout.
Thaddeus Young. Scotty Barnes. Toronto with the timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Raptors youth champions.
a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Fred VanVleet.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. And here are the Heat now. Poked away. And here we go. VanVleet heading to the hoop. Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. The Heat have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Opens it up for Anunoby. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Trent. It's hauled in by Hero. Hero's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From 18 feet away, and he hits the jump shot.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Shoots from the baseline, and it's Young. That time on the assist from VanVleet. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time.
Gary Trent.
That'll be his 3rd foul so far. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own call. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
And here's Lowry. Outside, Martin. Here's Strus. Oh, good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside, Martin. They get a hand on it. Anunoby with it. And it's Martin picking him up. And Anunoby, here we go. Great D that time from Martin. Miami's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Lowry feeling it out of him. To the paint. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Nice look there from Kyle Lowry, the Villanova Wildcat.
Here's Trent. And they recover it. Shoots over Strus. And the Raptors miss again.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
Steve, you played all 4 years at Michigan State. When you think about the fun you had there, what was more enjoyable? Playing college basketball or in the pros?
Kevin, I have to be honest. Both was fantastic. When in college, those 4 years was something I'll never forget. But then obviously, ultimately, you want to make it to the NBA, and I got a chance to do that. So both were fantastic in my eyes. What a tough finish with all that contact. When Gary's doing damage inside, it's scary.
Right wing. Here's Strus. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Down low. To the middle. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shots good by Dedmon.
Way to attack the interior. Dedmon really understands what the team needs from him.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in.
One shot.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And here's Trent outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Trent's got 25 points.
Do not underestimate Gary Trent Jr.'s range. He will take these deep shots.
Inside, here's Martin. Got it, number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From deep, drills the three-pointer.
Well, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Butler. It's Martin on the wing, beyond the arc. And that one is off. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Shot on the wing. Miami grabs the miss. Martin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Lowry. Here's Strus. Misses the 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy work.
Young, cool.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And here's Lowry. Thaddeus Young getting it to go from deep. And the basket by Lowry.
Look how quick Lowry is on the drive, zipping past the defense before they can react.
And it's Strus with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Butler. Now baseline J. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Butler's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one. It was a dazzling game for Fred VanVleet.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
Now here's Butler, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Three-pointer, Martin. Miami keeps it going, a new 14-second clock. And timeout called by Nick Nurse.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan, and that means bringing all the noise you've got right now.
teams making substitutions here. Toronto with the ball. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Robinson drives in. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
He's been aggressive all night. Butler's gotten himself into a rhythm, and the defense has no answer.
And again, Toronto no up. Here's Vincent. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Gary. A second rounder in 2018, but now you're a key contributor. What does it mean to you to have the confidence of this team?
It's unbelievable, you know. Your teammates trust you, and those type of players, those vets, trust you. It's a great thing, you know. Being the coaching staff, we work on this every day, so, you know, it's great to finally see it paying off.
Man, I know you've put the work in, and I'm glad to see it happening on the court. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.